Good morning.
Morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. It is episode 7 of the Tom and Kelly Show.
Wow, we're cranking.
We're going, and you know what? We're going to do Nearby Nature, another one of our priority areas with our growth teams. And I don't know if you know, but Rochester gets about 3 million visitors a year. Most of those obviously are going to the Mayo Clinic. And they spend 70% of their time away from the clinic. And one of our goals is to provide more plant and green space for them to experience some healthy nearby nature.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
People are more and more moving away from nature and becoming more technology centered, and it's really important that we have more biophilia in our lives.
Biophilia versus biophobia. So,
There
okay.
you go. There you go.
All right. So I'm going to follow Kelly. You're just going to kind of walk us through the little garden area here.
So we are visiting one of our local master gardener, Susy Olson's residence, and as you can see, there is no turf grass here in this lawn. Instead of having a monoculture of just all one species or a mixture of 2 or 3 species, as most turf grass is, this yard, this residence is filled with a melange of all kinds of different species. We've got Baptisia, we've got Campanula, platycodon, we've got hostas, we've got geraniums, we've got hemerocallis daylilies. We've got these lovely little junipers here. There's just an abundance, an array of all kinds of things to look at. And Susy's very creative and very artistic, so she does a lot of decorating. But can you imagine all the hiding spaces for animals here in this yard, and how much soil biology is just filled with, life because of the diversity above ground. Before we started taping and talking, there was a bunch of birds singing in the trees. And so this is one creative way that you can go ahead and alter your landscape to bring nature closer to home.
Yeah, and we are recording some video and audio for the tour with the Masters, which is going to be virtual this year.
Mm-hmm.
So Kelly and I just got done doing a couple segments of that for Susie and Jan, who are doing that for us this year. So catch that. That's coming out in August after probably much editing.
Yeah, a lot of editing.
Probably a lot of editing, but yes,
kind of like the editing our videos should.
Yeah,
have,
I wish
but they
we
don't
should.
Yet,
I wish we could.
We don't know what we're doing.
I wish we could do some editing ourselves. But yeah, Susie's very artistic, probably eclectic, but she's also a member of the Hosta Society, and as you can tell, it's just a wonderful yard to visit. So we're going to continue walking on here.
We're going to go on a creative driveway.
We're going to go on. Oh my gosh.
Candyland, the Candyland painted driveway. There's something creative you can do with the driveway, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
And you know, there's been a lot of talk about lilies. People are showing photographs of their lilies. I'm just going to give you a quick update on lilies. Not really an update, but just sort of an education. This is a daylily, hemerocallis genus, and daylilies generally only bloom for one day. The blossom only lasts one day unless it's a tetraploid variety. Sometimes those blossoms can last longer. But do you see all these basal leaves? Leaves coming out of the ground, these sword-like long leaves that kind of an arching frond. This is a daylily, hemerocallis. And then as we continue on, she's also got Lilium lilies.
More like, I guess I call them Asiatic lilies sometimes, but yeah.
This is an Asiatic lily.
Asiatic,
here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's got a different type of a leaf pattern. I don't know if you can see that, Tom.
Ah, yes,
And this is a stargazer. They smell
Wow, look at
absolutely
that.
heavenly. Aren't
Look
those
at
incredible?
that. Yep, all right,
So
amazing.
this is Lilium, the genus Lilium. So a lot of people, when they say lilies, we don't know if they're talking about daylilies or regular lilies. So this grows on a central stalk from a bulb, whereas the hemerocallis genus is tubers. It's a bunch of tubers that are in the ground.
And a lot of times you see those orange ditch lilies along farms along the country.
They're great for erosion. And here's a, here, of course, you're into pollinators, Tom.
Yeah,
so you're looking at
Liatris. Yes, I love Liatris.
And here's common milkweed.
Yes, very common.
Syriaca, very common. Yeah, all over. Very common here, yes.
And you know what's amazing is how many people now are letting some of these pop up in their yards now.
Yeah.
I mean, people used to just tear them down, throw them away. They do get a little ratty at the end of the season when they die down, and you got this long stem in there that's got to break down. But
that's okay. When it's dry, you can use it as campfire starter.
Yeah.
Some more daylilies, hemerocallis.
These are pretty, nice kind of peachy color.
The Xylome cultivars. There's a whole series of them, different colors, really bold. It's a bicolor, 2 different colors.
Beautiful red and bland. Yes. Wow.
Here's some more
Oh,
Oriental lilies
geez.
here.
Boy, this was a good time to hit this
Wow.
garden. Wow.
Yeah, so we've got, that's kind of a neat thing to find.
Are we going to venture in the backyard?
We're going to adventure into the backyard.
Okay.
Are you ready?
And they're doing some, well, there's some recording session going on here. So this is an amazing backyard. Talk about being by nature. This is everything you want to experience in a garden. We're going to try to walk through it here. So go down here. She's got a little portico. And as you can see here, she's got grandchildren, which enjoy coming out here and playing.
This is really an adventure land for adults and children. This is a great space that you can entertain in, you can relax in. Do you feel how cool it is under here, Tom?
It
Do you know
is.
why it's so cool here? Tell us why it's so cool here.
Because we have a big tree. No,
yeah,
I
what's
don't
that
know.
tree doing for the air?
It is, well, it's cooling and it's also filtering a little bit. I mean, I think it's nice and calm in here. Yes.
Yeah, it's blocking the light. So this area really doesn't get a whole lot of summer sun. So it stays nice and cool here. Trees are really powerful for cooling our environment. They minimize urban heat island effect. And they are also really great at managing stormwater runoff.
So let's walk through this little trellis, and you can see we've got some grapes. Susie does have some grapes.
Oh, she does have
Yes,
some grapes.
yeah,
Nice.
look at that, wonderful.
Nice.
So some grapes, and now we got poppies right here.
Look at these poppies. Look at this seed head. It's so wonderful.
And I don't know if,
I hope
yes,
you donate some of those to the seed library.
that would be nice.
Oh,
Yes,
look,
some
what we
poppies.
have here. Here's the first quiz of the video. Is this hemerocallis or is this lilium, Tom?
I think that's psyllium.
Yeah,
but
you
it just
know.
goes- I know.
Smart.
And we got some other, we got some
keep
big
this
allium. See, I guess Susie said these are edible onions here,
Oh yeah, these might be Egyptian topsets.
but they're getting ready
Yeah.
to seed here.
Yep,
Little seed
they're
pod.
getting ready to bloom.
Oh, they're blooming yet. Oh,
They're
wow.
getting ready
Okay.
to bloom.
Sheesh.
I'm just ripping this apart.
Holy
I'm just
cow.
being really,
Oh, wow, they
really
are.
good.
Okay.
Yeah. So each one of these will force out a little bloom.
Okay. Wonderful. And we got some more.
More lilies.
Lilies.
Oh, look. These are really tall. These are your standard ditch lily right
These
here.
are the
I think
ditch
these are
lilies,
so-
which we
so
all
nice.
know and love. Yes.
Yes, really great.
And she's got a compost pile here.
This compost pile, it
It's
just
a-
sort of disappears into the landscape. You don't need to worry about where to place your compost pile. You can just put it anywhere. Just start throwing all your stuff into a pile and it just does its thing.
Yes.
And she's got her tomatoes growing right next to it.
So, yeah. And she says she's got enough here for what she needs in the garden. This is her little tomato teepee, tower here that she's got some tomatoes growing in here. And she's
Look at
got
the
some
green roof.
clematis in here. And yes, this is
How many
very
people have a
interesting.
green roof in their yard? I only know of 3 in town. This
So-
is one of them.
And it's amazing because there's some cactus on here, but there's also some sedum, but most of it is
Portulaca, moss rose, which is edible, by the way.
this. I know. So this is that porcelain.
Portulaca.
Purslane,
Purslane, yep.
Purslane, and it's kind of amazing because you look at this and you go, oh, what kind of sedum is that? But it's just kind of a weed that she lets grow to kind of fill in all the spaces between the cacti and the sedum that she's planted in here. It's wonderful.
Ooh, can you smell those lilies?
I could, yes,
Wow,
I
wow.
can.
Yeah, I
can.
still- yeah, I wish the smell of that beautiful aroma could go into the video.
Yeah.
Hand wash right there.
Video, that's all we need is me to try to do smell with the audio stuff
so
here.
we've only got a little teeny bit of turf grass here, and it's just hanging out in the shade. Doesn't need much of a mower. She can get out here with shears. So this is about bringing nature into your environment and working with biodiversity to help the planes
Paint
fly
the
over,
plane.
and when they look down, it's really pretty.
So she's got some interesting ground cover here. So there is some grass right there, but I think this is what, Creeping Jenny or something like that.
Oh, this is that perennial one that's also used in annuals. It's one of the warts, I think.
Yep.
Excuse me. Wow.
Okay. We
Yeah.
got some house in
Some
here.
more art that she's created.
Wonderful
and
art
placed
here.
creatively.
And there's some of our.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, folks.
You're now live. Facebook. It's wildflowers, a little microclimate. This whole place is a There's multiple microclimates in here, and I think she's got some other. She's used a juga.
She's done some mosaic work.
Yes, she's doing some mosaic. She's now doing ironwork. Look at this dragon. It's pretty impressive. So this is a work in progress, but this is something that she'll just do every year and add to it. So it's wonderful. So we're stepping through some hostas here and through a little trellis.
Bleeding heart.
Yep. Here's some.
It's a great way to have a landscape to relax
Yep.
in, entertain in.
Yes, very
Reduce,
comfortable back here.
reduce your blood pressure. Get out and be physical instead of hanging out on the screen.
Yeah, a lot of research has been done on how nature heals and how it makes you feel better. So I think that's what's key is that,
Feel better.
getting out,
That's
feel
what's key.
better. I
Feel
want to
better.
feel better, but
I want to feel
relax.
better. I feel awful right now. No, I'm kidding.
You probably had a late night at the council meeting.
No,
but
not too late. It was a good meeting.
But yes, so this is just an area. I mean, the minute you come out
These
here,
little
you just
teeny
feel
fairies
relaxed.
on here.
Yes, look at that.
Isn't that cool? They're just hanging here on a chain. Susie's all about little details. This is a fun garden to walk through.
Yes.
Yes.
You could literally spend hours just chatting back here. And
Yeah,
things.
just
But,
relaxing.
here's some more ground cover. Here's that ajuga that I was mentioning a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Ajuga reptans.
and I guess this likes shade, and some of the other ones, I think that Creeping Jenny or whatever she called it, is likes a little bit more sun. So this is definitely a shade-loving ground cover that we use. She's got a little water feature here, and then a little garden.
There's a mourning dove right there drinking some water. See that?
See, you can tell that.
Nature nearby.
Nature nearby.
Right, so close it
Yep.
scared me. I thought it was fake.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you got any questions about nearby nature, we do have many gardens here. We have several gardens at some of our houses that host parents or families that are here for the clinic. We're at the McDonald House.
And there's the transplant house.
There's a transplant house. There's the Hope Lodge from the Cancer Society. So we actually call those healing gardens.
Yep.
And again, they're out there, and it may be in between, visits at the clinic, but family time.
The Mayo Clinic and both the Mayo campus, the Central Mayo campus, and the St. Mary's campus do an excellent job. Facilities does an excellent job at maintaining their grounds, and they offer lots of spaces, fountains, and lots of lovely green spaces to go and rest and be peaceful and just kind of gather your thoughts. So we got a pretty nature-filled city. We've got a lot of parks per capita. Our green space, we exceed the recommended amount of parks per development. So yeah,
it's a nice town to visit, and unfortunately for many, it's for a reason to be at the clinic. But what we do is we partner with those organizations, and and the Mayo Clinic, they do wonderful groundwork. But we also like to offer some educational sessions. So kind of maybe we'll be out there in an evening at the Ronald McDonald House or at the Hope Lodge and things like that. So, all right, we're back in the sun. Okay.
Get a shot of that. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. That's good. There it is.
Perfect. Look at that.
All right.
So with that, we're going to have a little short session today because we got a lot going on with our Tour of the Masters. Again, get ready for that.
Woohoo!
We'll be advertising that, but again, Jan and Susie are doing a wonderful job. We're going to cover all 7 priorities in this one. And feature our gardens that are specific to those priorities.
Yeah.
And what the growth teams are all about. So
Go
with that,
Olmsted County Master Gardeners.
see ya.
Woohoo!
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.